Welcome to day 363 of our DeSo journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian, and we have two very special guests today. You probably are familiar with both of them. We have Matreshka from Nesting
Guys,
Dolls and the OG of DeSo, setting up the DeSoNniversary that's taking place in the next couple of days. We also have Manish from Real Simple Labs, which has just been rebranded to Hello Friends, and we're going to talk about that in a
Hello,
minute.
friends.
Hello, friends.
hello, friends.
How's it going, Manish?
It's good. Thanks for having me on the show. It's a true honor, you guys. I've been following you for hundreds of days now, so it's cool to be a part of what you guys are building here. So
Is
Did
this
we
the
ever
first
have
time
you
you've
on
been on the
before?
show?
I don't think I've been on the show. We've chatted before, but I don't
Okay.
think I've been on the show before. So
There's a
time.
blur. I can't distinguish between the people I've spoken to on the
Right.
show and the people I've spoken to off the show. So
Matreshka,
Yeah,
you've
we
been
all
on the
we
show
all we
several
all look
times.
we all look the same to you, Brian, don't we?
pretty much.
So we'll get to the news first. There's a little bit of news to talk about, and then we're going to get to what you guys are doing. Yesterday, CloudFeed made a post saying that huge updates are coming. They said many huge updates are coming to CloudFeed soon, and they will be beyond just product development. Big things take time. Very soon, we will be sharing the details with you all. What do you guys think the big CloudFeed announcement could be?
How about like a desktop app? That would be pretty cool.
Ooh.
Just a guess.
I'm
Matreshka?
curious. I mean, I have no idea because, I was just thinking maybe we finally can, diamond from inside the app, not just on like the test thing. That would be really great because I recently got an iPad device and realizing that you cannot diamond was devastating because that's like one of the best things about DeSo is bringing dopamine to your brain through the diamond. So I hope it's that, but we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, Apple sucks. It's all Apple that's not allowing that. But have you done the test flight for CloudFeed? It's pretty simple to do.
No, I actually still need somebody to just send me the link. I got the app, but I need the link, and
Okay.
I
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't know
able
if
to.
I have the link, but it's pretty good. In other news, Brian, DAODAO has a new team member.
Yeah. So on the DAODAO Discord yesterday, or this was actually, I think it was actually Sunday, or not Sunday. I think it was Tuesday night. One of the moderators announced, I think it was Ed Moss announced that Jacob Van, so the username Jacob Van, has joined DAODAO as one of the marketing and community leads. So it looks like they're building up a team behind DAODAO, just like they're building up a team behind DeSo. Jacob Van is actually an active duty U.S. Air Force officer, which is pretty cool in itself. But I like how they're kind of planning ahead and building this team for marketing for DAODAO, because I think that's something we lacked with DeSo when DeSo
Yeah.
rolled out a year ago. So I think they learned a lot from the rollout of BitClout, and they're trying to do everything they can to make sure the mistakes they made during that rollout a year ago won't be repeated again with DAODAO. So I'm excited to see what Jacob can bring to the table, and I'm guessing there's going to be some more people announced being hired for DAODAO as well as DeSo in the coming weeks.
Have you guys gotten any NFTs for DAODAO yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. A few.
Yeah, I have a few bronze ones.
Nice,
Nice.
very nice.
Yeah.
No
No,
golds
I'm a
yet?
nope, not on my end. Just one silver. But no, I'm a
This
big
is not paying
fan.
enough yet to get to the old one.
Not yet. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I'm really excited about DAODAO, and I think the core team has been building a lot in a short amount of time. And I loved the thread that Massified did about how this is all kind of experimentation, right, and iteration, and how there's kind of compounding learnings from all the things that the core team is doing, everyone in the ecosystem is doing. I think this is going to be a really high quality product that all the folks within the ecosystem can access. So really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. Connor Mitchell. You might remember Connor Mitchell as the first person to get a big clout tattoo back in the day. He got one right on his butt. I think it was his right butt cheek. He made a post yesterday for the first time in 154 days. And he said that all that he said was, man, I've been missing out on this community. The instant fame that came with the tattoo last year was a lot for me to handle and lended itself to me taking a break. 24/7 engagement is a full-time job. Kudos to all you content creators. I hope we can all talk soon. DM me to talk. And he had some conversations in the thread. He said he's currently building ultimatearcade.io. That's what he has been spending a lot of time on. It's a cool arcade video game site that you can actually get paid to play games. So check it out if you have time. Really cool guy. We had a chance to meet Connor in Miami. He's just an amazing guy.
And it's nice to see a lot of these creators from back in the day coming back, saying hi. Some of them stay, some of them don't. Maybe Connor will stay, maybe he'll be back in another 150 days. But I think that the thing is, DeSo has like a stickiness to it. And that stickiness is derived, I think, from the ability to earn. So Connor might have come back after 150 days and saw that, oh, I collected some diamonds. Oh, I earned some founder reward from people buying my coin. I have this many more followers. So unlike some of the other Web2 social platforms, there's a stickiness because people want to see, like, am I earning? How much is DeSo valued at? So I think ultimately, as we progress and the platform matures, I think we're going to see a lot of people from the past coming back just to check on things. And maybe when they do, they'll see this thriving ecosystem with all different apps like Hello Friends and like NFTZ and like Supernovas and all of those. I think that's what's going to benefit the community in the long run.
Yeah, for sure. So yesterday, Alex Velitis had his hangout on Entra. I don't know if Matreshka and Manish, you had a chance to attend or not, but he talked about a lot. Did you guys attend?
I attended just a little bit towards the kind of second half of the event. So and I also read you guys' update too. So the summary is a good one. So
yeah, I'm the same way. I read the summary, but I actually missed the event that was happening. I only saw the announcement in Discord like a couple of hours later, which reminds me that we need to have like a better system where all the events are put in the DeSoCal by Delinsky or other way so that the community, including OGs, doesn't miss the super interesting events like this.
Yeah, Diamond App needs to integrate with DeSoCal or EventSo so that, you know, it's displayed on the homepage so everybody knows when events are taking place. But I'll just touch on some of the things he talked on. He talked about DeSo's new hirings. They've hired Sophonius as an engineer. He comes from Facebook with a lot of experience. They also hired 2 growth marketers. Brian just touched on one, Jacob Van for DAODAO. They also hired a growth marketer for DeSo, yet to be named in public, but they did hire somebody. They're still hiring for 2 roles, business development lead and director of the Octane Fund. They're hoping to close those positions in the next 2 weeks or so. At the latest, it'll be in Q2. Alex also touched on the ecosystem. He touched on some of the apps that are building. He really emphasized that DeSo Messenger is working on some great things and that DAODAO is going to integrate with DeSo Messenger to have group chats that are tied to NFT ownership. There's going to be probably coin ownership tied to group chats. So there's a lot coming from DeSo Messenger. He mentioned NFTZ's new UI. He mentioned Supernova's launch that's coming soon, where they're going to be integrating with other chains, which is really cool and has the potential to bring a lot of people onto DeSo. He also mentioned Pearl. He said Pearl Beta, he actually got a chance to play around with, and it's amazing. He loves it. He talked about Real Simple Labs. That's what Hello Friends is, and Manish is here with us today. He said that beta is coming soon. And he mentioned Overclout and how Overclout wasn't an Octane venture investment. It was an Octane grant, and how that's really worked out and proven to them how these grants can really get kind of kickstart some apps into existence. And Overcloud's a prime example of that. He talked about marketing updates. They're investing 6 figures in putting together videos on DeSo. He thinks videos are super important. They're going to have videos that target different types of people, whether it be creators, developers, entrepreneurs. They're going to have different videos for different types of people that we can share out, like, you have a friend that you think might want to get on DeSo, you can say, here, check out this video. This will explain everything to you, so that they're really focused on that and hope to launch that sometime in Q2, hopefully in May, but they're not exactly sure when. They said it's going to be, like I say, great assets for the community. They're still investing in Google Ads, trying to create some really good funnels. When it comes to DAODAO, he said that, DAODAO is a great example of how DAODAO can be used is with the Octane funded companies, and they're encouraging Octane funded companies to utilize DAODAO to raise funding, and future companies are going to be able to use DAODAO to raise funding as well. He hopes that DAOs are going to be able to eliminate the barriers of entry, remove friction from traditional financial systems. It's coming soon. He acknowledged there's a delay, but the delay is going to be worth it, and there's going to be a lot of features that come out. He said when he worked with LinkedIn, if they were building a product like DAODAO, it would probably take 3 to 4 months or 3 to 4 years to build what they've built in just a few months. So it was great. He also confirmed that him and Dylan Jagger-Lee are going to be at DeSoNniversary on March 26th. I actually asked him that question, and he said he will be there. He didn't mention Natter. I didn't ask about Natter. I'm hoping Natter appears. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and like just touching on like how I want to like revert to how they talked about DAODAO, and they hope that some of the Octane funded companies will seek additional funding through a DAO via DAODAO. One thing that we realized when we launched NFTZ and we began accepting funding from Octane Fund is that we had all kinds of issues with bank accounts. As you may or may not know, 3/5 of our team is in Europe, one of them in Spain and 2 in the Netherlands. And because of COVID at the time, they could not travel to the United States, and no bank in the United States would allow us to open up an account unless those other members were present. So we had a hell of a time trying to open up a bank account, and eventually we figured out how to do it. We basically opened up an account with Revolut, and then another one with Wire, and we had to transfer money. It was such a pain in the neck, and it took us weeks to figure out. But if we had DAODAO at our disposal, then we would have had the opportunity to just much more easily set up this company and have funds transferred. So it's definitely an issue, especially when you have international people working together that might not be able to meet up immediately.
Yeah, for sure. So what were the top hashtags of yesterday, Brian?
Top hashtags: DeSo was #1, crypto #2, music #3, Ukraine #4, and Overcloud #5. So Ukraine's back up there. Overcloud, of course, because they're doing really cool things. And I just want to quickly touch on the top earners before we go and start talking to Manish and Matreshka.
We're not going anywhere.
Before we go towards Manish and Matreshka with some questions. $3,600 is earned in the last 24 hours from 954 different creators. 10 creators earned at least 1 DeSo, and the top 10 creators were DAODAO, who earned $2,054 from selling those NFTs, of course, followed by Seals, Floyd Mayweather, Sapphire DAO, Wildography, Unicat, Connor Mitchell, who we talked about, Kitty4D, and Story and Sky Black Tunes. So congrats to all of them.
Yeah, see, Connor Mitchell, that's a great example. You're a DeSo OG, come back, people buy your coin, you collect founder reward. So you're getting paid to come back to DeSo.
Exactly.
So let's get to Manish. I love what you're doing. Tell us a little bit about what Real Simple Labs and now Hello Friends is going to be on the DeSo blockchain.
Totally. And again, thanks for having me, you guys. So what we're building at Hello Friends is essentially a NFT marketplace where creators can take their existing content in Web 2 and mint it as NFTs and sell it to their fans in a high value, simple, and trusted way. The insight that we've had, and this kind of is drawing from my past few years of experience just being in the creator economy, we realized a few things. One is that creators, you have to really make it really clear as to what the value prop is for them. and like how they're actually going to their business, right? And how they're actually going to make money, and make that super clear up front. They have all of this content, right? That's viral, getting, hundreds of thousands, millions of views in Web 2. And Web 2 has done a really good job of kind of connecting the world and distributing their content. So we thought, okay, let's not reinvent that. Let's start with what Web 3 does best, which is the ownership part, and take advantage of the rails that are already built in Web 2, and then go from there, and use that to benefit creators, and make that super simple. And so that's from the creator side. From the fans' perspective, this whole new asset class of creators' content, whether it's YouTube videos, TikTok videos, and beyond, is now possible because of what we're building at Hello Friends. And it's not something that anyone's really done in one kind of packaged unit. There's been some one-off cases of creators selling their content as NFTs, but we think that context really matters, because it's just a digital file, right? And so the look and feel of it, the vibe on the marketplace itself is super important. And that's where we get pretty excited, because we're focused on this style of content, creating this kind of new asset class for fans to collect and share. But also we're using the social features of DeSo to make it even more fun, right? And that's why we're like big reason why we're on DeSo, because we want to actually create the social layer around these NFTs, where the creators have their own kind of feed, right? Similar to the same feed they would have on Diamond app, right? We get it for free, right, on our NFT platform, and vice versa for the fans, right? And when somebody goes and actually clicks on one of the owners, they can actually see what's this person about, right? And who are they? Maybe they're not like, we don't know their real identity, but they have a identity that we're calling social proofed, right? And we want to facilitate actual human connection amongst people who are socially proofed, right, on our platform, similar to kind of what happens within the DeSo ecosystem already, but really focusing on that NFT layer as the starting point, as the wedge. And so we have other plans of rolling out beyond just the marketplace, but rolling out some social features around group chats, or like almost like a Facebook style group where you have to have the NFT to be a part of it. Obviously, the tipping and creator coins are we're going to have to iterate on that part just to make sure the specifics are done well. But ultimately, we want to create that decentralized social network where people can just live their passion and make money while they're doing it, right?
I love that. I love that idea. And I think it has so much potential. It's something that's completely different than anybody else that's already doing on DeSo. So I think there's a lot of potential there.
Well, I love how you guys are kind of taking like Web 2, like YouTube, and monetizing it with Web 3. And when those people come on to monetize their content via Web 3, they also want to stick around because the social layer around that content is also going to be on Web 3. So I think it's a great way to kind of bridge that gap. You don't need to bring everything over to Web 3. You can have Web 2, Web 3 coexist, and you can have these bridges between the two. And I think that's what you're doing. So I love that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the big insight. I mean, we were, a lot of the people in the DeSo ecosystem were here for that BitClout exactly a year ago. It exploded, right? But it's tough when you have you're trying to create a whole new ecosystem, right? You're trying to recreate distribution, right? And that's one thing that the cold start problem is real. And you have to have, like, we're talking about, why do people stick around? Why do they continue to engage, right? And you have to make it really clear that of the value props in the beginning, in particular, when you're starting up any kind of marketplace, right? And so that's why we're laser focused on this NFT use case, because that's what creators have told us they're super excited about. But we also think they have a lot to benefit from creator coins, the DAO coins, all that kind of stuff. And they're not separate, right? Like the NFTs kind of link. Like, I love how DAODAO did the NFT representation of their DAO coins, right? That's something that we have frequently requested from the creators that we have been working with. So definitely down the line, as we're iterating on our product, we're going to be rolling out all these kinds of features to just better serve our community.
So do you have a marketing plan of any sort? Because, the idea is amazing. I love the idea, but how do you actually get these people to find out about it?
Totally. Are you talking about the YouTubers or?
Yeah,
or the
anybody that will use your platform.
Totally. Yeah. So we're starting just with folks that we know, and then also doing some light outreach, just targeted towards folks that we think their content lends well to these kind of collectibles, and also their audience would be somewhat, amenable to onboarding into the crypto ecosystem. And so that's how we're starting in terms of the creator side. We see this kind of loop going actually, where once fans start coming on board and collecting these moments, these are like, we're tapping into this idea of being able to invest in your favorite creators early. And that's very, very familiar in the DeSo ecosystem, right? But when I explain it to my friends, right, who are, just in general, they watch YouTube, right? And they're just like excited. They'll say, yeah, I was watching that person. Like a friend of mine, I was watching Dude Perfect before when he was like a few hundred or like 500K subs. Now they have like 60 million, I think, or 50 million or something crazy, right? And so there was no way for him to prove to me that he was there early, right? He can now with what we have, right? He can show it off, right? And have that NFT to prove it. And so that's kind of the idea that we're tapping into, in the same way that an artist, right? The best way to invest in them is to invest in their work, right? Well, same thing for creators, right? That's literally, part of the reason why they're popular, right? They put out this work, whether it's their YouTube video, their TikTok videos, whatever it is, right? And so we're making that possible. And we see that there's a loop there where when fans get excited about this kind of stuff, they're there for a few reasons. One is some kind of speculation, right? They think that, oh, this is going to be an iconic moment. I'm going to buy it early, and then potentially be able to sell it for more money down the line, right? But there's also this like emotional attachment, right? Of, like I said, like supporting your favorite creators before they actually blow up or as they're blowing up, right? And that is something that inherently people want to show off, right? And so as we deliver on our value prop, which is like allowing them to do that, we're actually bringing more people into the ecosystem and have this kind of flywheel that starts happening.
It's kind of like trading cards. Like I used to be a big
exactly.
baseball card collector, and you want to get their rookie card, their first card, like to show that you were a fan of that player when he first came to the big leagues. So it's kind of the same thing. Like, oh, this guy has so much potential. He's going to be an amazing YouTube star one day. I'm going to get his first NFT that he's ever minted, and I'm going to have this to prove that I knew that he was going to be who he is, and this is going to increase in value by so much when he becomes that superstar.
Exactly. And all the social components of what we're doing then become even more valuable towards kind of proving this, right? Where you can imagine that, like, and that's what I love about, that's when I think the magic around DeSo, right? It's the easy combination of both those things, where someone can post about it, right? And say, hey, I was here, like I bought this NFT, right? I'm really excited. Like, I want to show this off, right? And they can post about it within the DeSo ecosystem, right? And that can show up on their profile, right? That can be there forever, right? That they can show off. And of course, we want to have this bridge. We had ideas of having creators shout out, people who buy their NFTs in the Web2 world, and then have this kind of like bridge between the two, where people are looking at the stuff on Instagram comments or YouTube comments, and then they get pulled into our ecosystem and kind of go back and forth as we build up critical mass. So really exciting stuff. Yeah.
Well, and DeSo is like the only, I guess, platform where the comments actually become part of the NFT. Because if you mint an NFT and then you comment on it, that comment is forever attached to that token that represents that NFT. So that's really cool to think about as well. So like if you have somebody famous comment on your NFT, that's always attached to it. It might add value. Some comments might even lower the value of an NFT. It's just an interesting concept.
So Hello Friends, you can sign up at hellofriends.io to get on the wait list. Do you know how long until beta is going to be out?
Yeah, so we have a very basic prototype right now. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to come on the show, just share kind of our story, and then also ask the DeSo community to sign up on the wait list and join our community. We'll start reaching out, probably start like a Discord group, and start iterating with the community and building with the community. Because I think that for the past few months, we've just been heads down, just building, right? And figuring out what specifically we need to, what solution we believe is the best representation of this big idea, right? But we want to involve the community, right? Because ultimately, it's the DeSo community, it's the community at large that's going to be using this, and we want to make sure that we're building the right product. So yeah, that's the big ask from Hello Friends. We would love for you to sign up on the wait list. Just go to the website hellofriends.io, and we would love to build with you and co-create this vision together.
Yeah, and the link is below or above this video, depending on if you're on YouTube or DeSo, but it's hellofriends.io. Yes, it sounds amazing. I'm so excited for it. I know you're going to be at the DeSoNniversary, so we're going to get to chat about it more there.
Totally.
Matryoshka is going to be there because Matryoshka is the host of the DeSoNniversary. How's it going, Matryoshka?
Hey guys, it's going great. I'm very sleepy since it's very early. And then you moved it an hour after I already woke up.
We had you wake you up early because we know that you have so much work to do with this event coming up. So that's
yes,
really
I
good.
actually woke up before dawn for you guys today. That's how much I love you, and everybody who knows me that I really love my sleep. So that just shows you how much I love DeSo, that I'm even changing my sleep patterns for it. But yeah,
so
very excited.
tell us about the DeSoNniversary. When is it? How many people are coming, and what can we expect?
Sure. So first of all, I know that Ed had trouble pronouncing it in the past, so I'm just going to explain to everybody how to pronounce it once. So there is a word anniversary, and then there was DeSo. And if
I
you
realize
change
that. I understand that.
And if you change the first letter A to DeSo, then you get DeSoNniversary, and that's basically how you say it.
So it's DeSoNniversary.
DeSoNniversary. Yes.
Okay. Why didn't you just do DeSoNniversary? Like that would have made more sense.
The first time I heard Alina pronounce it, it made just so much sense that I thought it was like an awesome hashtag. But then I saw you struggle, and I'm like, okay, maybe for some people it's a little challenging, but sorry, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, so DeSoNniversary, it's gonna be happening this weekend, Friday through Sunday. The official event that we are inviting everybody to come will be on Saturday from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. If you are in the area already and you want to come early to help set it up, we have the venue from 5 p.m. So you're more than welcome to come at 5 and join a few of us who are going to be there setting it up, bringing everything that we are bringing from different parts of the world there, and be part of that. We are going to have a lot of pretty cool stuff in there, including diamond-shaped cake, which is really fun, and even games. We bought giant Jenga and Corn in a Hole and some other games. And if you do have an Oculus, do bring it with you, because we will have a part where we will all be hanging out in the Natureverse, and for that you do need an Oculus. So if you do it, grab it, bring it with you. We're gonna be highlighting a bunch of projects that are gonna be there in person, and we have like quite a few teams that are coming there, like almost entire teams, like Brian and Ed and NFTZ, who also have Martin Van Halen and Bas who are coming. Yes, and the only one who's not coming, Muchos Nuts. I'm sorry, guys. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss a lot of fun. And then Open Prosper, Everything Store, which is Anurag Khanna's basically like Amazon of DeSo, which is, the store where you can buy with a cryptocurrency all the stuff you want to buy, and then you're using DeSo to buy it instead of buying some other currency. So he's going to be there. Actually, a lot of people, I woke up and I saw that there were like 10 new emails of new tickets that people got.
Who's new?
I don't know their names, so I can just read them to you, and maybe you know some of them, because I actually didn't have a chance to actually go and look at their profiles. I just saw the emails. So the last few people: Tyler Donahue, and then Yulia Komina, which sounds Russian. I'm surprised I never heard of her. Hybrid Garibian, who sounds Armenian.
You're just as bad at reading names as I am. Let's just forget this part. You don't have to read the name.
All right. We're also going to have some of the projects I haven't mentioned yet. Candles by Jules. Jules and Slava, they're awesome guys who you guys I know met in New York as well during the Clouds Giving. And she handcrafted a few candles in the shape of diamonds. So we're going to be doing a giveaway of NFTs and of some merchandise with DeSo on it. We also have a security guard who worked with Kim Kardashian exhibit and some other super cool people, because some of our men felt threatened by downtown Los Angeles. So we are getting security to make sure that nobody feels threatened. And we're going to be having also a bunch of music artists performing there. I know you already mentioned that Goldberry is coming in person, which I'm very excited. I was talking to her and she finally decided to come, which is super nice to be meeting her in person. Will Laurent is also going to be playing piano for us there. And Dianchik of Food Curator, who wrote a song about Maybeam, we're going to have that song be there as well as part of that. Word of advice, Wi-Fi sucks at the venue, so make sure that you have your on your phone you have the internet. Basically that's one of the only drawbacks that we know about the venue. And I also wanted actually to give a huge shout out to Brian at nftz.zone, because we had a group of Indian people reach out to us and ask if they want to be part of DeSoNniversary, and they needed funding, and it was $250 to $300 for 40 people, which is crazy because it just shows you how different the pricing is in different countries. And which is also why I love that DAODAOs did the Sapphire NFT, because in different countries, the prices that are normal and that are high are so different. And that just shows, $250 to $300 for food for 40 people is unthinkable of in like Los Angeles, where we're getting together, but it's, in Ukraine, that's the price. And NFTZ.zone agreed to sponsor them. So thank you guys for making this happen for a bunch of people who will be able to meet in person at the same time as this anniversary happening. And quickly about like the plan and the outline of the event, how it's going to be. So on Friday, those who are flying in early or who are going to be in here, we are going to be meeting for like lunch and then for dinner and bars at night. All the information about the actual venues we will finalize today. We're meeting at 9:30 with DOZ and Michelle Lord to figure out how we're going to include people who will be joining us on the live stream, because we want to make sure that they're part of that. And also, if you're watching that and you want to be part of that, you cannot come in person. There are a few ways you can do it already. So first is you can go to my profile, and a few posts down, you can find, I created a Spotify playlist where you can add the music you want to hear during the event, or you want us to hear at the event. And then DOZ, who will be curating the vibes, he will play some of the stuff that's in there, so you can add the stuff. And then if you're an NFT artist, then you can also donate your NFTs to the giveaway, because we're going to be doing an NFT giveaway, and you can be part of that. And then, of course, there would be a link to Club Connect, where we will be live streaming it, where you can come in, you can watch the stream. And Club Connect is so cool that while you're watching the stream, you can also easily interact with other people. You can chat in groups, you can move around. It's like really cool space. So I think it's going to be like really nice. And we're going to do at least 2 or maybe even 3 like direct segments of communication with people who are joining remotely. And we will also try to include the on the core team if they feel okay with that, and sending them there in the metaverse as well, or into the Natureverse. So we're also going to have a small meme competition throughout the time. We will have 2 artists who are doing body paint and face paint, so you can get a diamond tattooed on your forehead or whatever you want it tattooed. And it's going to be break-in kissers. They also
Ed's gonna do that. Ed's gonna get a diamond on his forehead. I don't think so.
All right, you don't think so?
Manish,
yes,
Manish is gonna do it.
You guys are so like hesitant about drawing on your bodies. I was trying to make you do just Droshka for like quite a few months now, so I know how hesitant you are about putting things on your body, but that's okay. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't need to do it. I know already somebody challenged Breaky to do a full nesting doll body paint on me, which I'm not sure how it's going to look, but I'm willing to try.
I'm ready
so
for
that's
that.
entertaining. Yes.
And then NFT it, then you can NFT it afterwards.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And also if somebody will want to be part of Chestroshka project, you will have a chance to do it there as well. I know quite a few people who are coming actually already participated in that in the past, including Cyrus. I actually don't know if Raj is coming, but he did repost that. So maybe he's coming as well. And Louis Eddy and some other people. So I'm very excited for that. It's going to be very, very cool to see all of the people. And you asked how many people we have, like I think like 75 people.
Wow.
I actually will need to type in an updated list and post it so people will know who else is coming, because there were like few more people who added, and like Manish also added his name I think yesterday. Yeah, there are like more and more people who see more names and like want to come and join, and starting to getting a FOMO. Unfortunately, a couple of people cannot make it. Michael Savetsky, his wife is very pregnant and about to give birth. So Michael, shout out to you.
Congratulations.
Yes, and also Art's wife, Pink Ketchup, is also pregnant and in the similar time to give birth soon. And she's actually Ukrainian, and that gives me a reminder that I actually wanted to say something to all our Ukrainian friends on the platform. From Mother Russia and well, Father Putin, who will never say it himself, I want to say, guys, I'm really, really sorry for everything that you're going through and for what my president is doing to you. It's absolutely terrible, and we all pray that it will end soon with as less suffering as possible. And we just wish you all a lot of strength and a lot of patience, and just know that we support you and we are with you. And we just stand with Ukraine and Slava Ukraini. So just wanted
Yeah,
to.
thanks, Matryoshka.
Yeah.
And you're wearing at least half of the Ukrainian flag today.
Yes, and like Russian cosmonauts who went into space on ISS, and they flew in the yellow and blue, like not outfit, how do you
Yeah,
call
I
it, like
saw that.
uniforms.
I saw that.
Yes, and it was very interesting how in Russian media it was just, oh no, those are the colors of the Bauman University that they went to. And they were like, yeah, we just had a lot of yellow stuff laying around, that it was our turn to pick colors, so we went with
That's
that.
how they don't get killed when they return.
Yes,
How they don't
yes,
get
but that
poisoned,
also I
right?
love it because it shows you that even space is not indifferent. Even space is not neutral, you know. And it was very inspiring actually to see that, and I love that. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, so
Yeah, so we're looking forward to DeSoNniversary, DeSoNniversary on.
Yes, and also really quickly, so Bleep, the artist Bleep, is actually going to be in LA on Saturday 26th. He has an event from like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I'm actually getting a ticket and gonna go there and see if we can like bring him on. But if anybody watching this knows Bleep, or like somebody who knows him, please let me know, because that would make it a little easier. If you don't know who Bleep is, he's like this huge and a little controversial, I guess, NFT artist, and it would be really exciting to get a chance to meet him, or
That
to
would be
try to bring
awesome.
him to DeSo.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, and
Yeah.
all of us will be there. So
Yeah.
we look forward to it. And
Register for the event. Go to DeSoNniversary on DeSo and click the Eventbrite link, and you can register. Register for your friends if they're coming with you. They don't have to be on DeSo. Definitely do it, and we'll see you there.
It's free.
Thanks again, Manish. Thanks again,
awesome.
Matryoshka. It was great having you guys on, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thanks for having
All
us.
right, bye guys.